Hi guys, and happy Monday. Today is Monday, May 30th, and it's Memorial Day. So we want to take, a minute just to think of all of those who lost their lives so that we could have our freedom. And we want to send out our thoughts to all of the surviving members out there. So I have the day off from work because of Memorial Day. So I thought, let me get on and play with some more stuff that came in on Saturday. So we're going to be playing with a lot today, guys, to make this card. And kind of a weird color combination here. I might refine it differently. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this is using, let me show you the stamp set we're using on page 114. It's Uniquely Artistic. You can see this is one of my favorite pages, these two pages right here, because it's the artistic. It's the Hello Beautiful from last annual catalog, and the alphabet, which I showed you earlier in the week. So we're going to be using today the Uniquely Artistic. We're also going to be using some punches left over, the double oval that's carried over to the new annual catalog. And then we're going to be using a die set. And this is a standalone die set. Oh, and I was going to get it, but then I got it. Oh, this is alphabetical, people. So we got to remember that. Or is it alphabetical? Where is it? Oh, that's right. It's not called Uniquely Artistic. It's Artisan Additions. So it's a 3-set, nice flower. Oh, page 169. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. So it has 3. It has this great standalone that can be on a card layer. It has this fun, like hash marks, lines coming out of it. And then it has this nice flower corner border. So we're going to be using that today. Okay. And just to show you, they are pretty good size. This here, as you can see, to the cardstock, it takes up a good quarter of your cardstock. And then here's this one. This one would be a good layer. And then here's that flower corner. Okay, so we're going to be using this one today, though. And I've kind of moved all around with colors. I'm going to stick with the same base colors. So here's Parakeet Party. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Here's oh, let me go ahead and burnish that. This is Tahitian Tide, and it's your 1 layer down. So it's 5 1/4 by 4. And then for this layer, because I wanted to see some of those cutouts, I brought this one down 1 inch from your beginning. So this would be 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's grab out the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. We're going to use that one first. Let me take my Tahitian Tide. And we're going to set up, we have plates 1 and 2 as normal. And then we have 1 3 on the bottom for cutting, and then a 3 for on top. So let's go ahead and let's kind of, we'll pretty much do it the same way. So we're going to go here. And on this one, it cuts through if you go through just once across and back. Because I'm lazy and I want a lot of those to fall out by themselves, I'm going to go ahead and go back and forth twice. Now you do run the risk of it possibly moving a little bit. Oh, did you hear that? That fell on the ground. All right, so there you go. And look at that. Every single one with just a fingertip, every single one came out. All right, let me bend down and get that off of my floor. Let's go ahead and we'll move these scritchies into the garbage can. And let's go on the other side. So now on this one, I want to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to have it so the majority of that is there. I might have some cutoff points here, but I'm not going to obsess about that too much like I did yesterday with the circles. So I'm just going to run this through. Again, since there's not a layer there, I am going to go back and forth on this one just because it's a little uneven. All right. Get that all the way out of there. And look how that is. Now some of those aren't really coming out. Like, see how those aren't really coming out? So what's great about this die is it's very easy to line it back up because it pretty much just shoots right in there. And since it was in the middle, I'm going to go like this. Sometimes if you keep running things through the middle, let me make sure I didn't move that again. Sometimes when you can constantly run things through the middle, you may not, the rollers may kind of catch a little. Oops, let me get that over that die. Don't want to bend that die. So let me just go back and forth once on that. And now you can see they are completely falling out. So just remember, sometimes you have to move around on your cutting surface just because there are points where sometimes it might not come out exactly 100%. So then here we have this, and of course, while I did that, my parakeet party fell on the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, sorry, something fell on my desk besides me. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down now. What I like to do is get into those corners. Let me get the lid off. You want to make sure those corners are really going to lay down. And then I kind of just do a diagonal down the middle there. And let's go ahead, hover above, don't push it down until you know it's where you want it. And then when it is, go ahead and press it down. Now see, this little parts might come up. You can always throw a, let me see if I have any glue dots. I do. You can always throw down some multi-purpose glue, or you can get one of the dots. And all I'm going to do is just go there. And then under this corner, let me get, oh, I got a couple there, didn't I? All right, so those aren't going to be seen now. Flick off those covers, and there you are. Now it's laying down perfectly flat. Okay. All right, so now for this, let me put this on my metal so I don't lose that. So let's put this over here. Look at those scritchies. What do you guys call those? I know they're scraps. I call them scritchies. No idea why. Okay, so let's take out Uniquely Artistic. I do have some mounted already. Let me make sure. Here we go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something, because when you're using, this is a distinctive stamp set. Okay, you can see kind of how here, it's a two-step also, but it's distinctive. You see how you have those shadowings? And I'm going to show you, this is what it should look like. If your ink is not pushed off to the side, this is what it'll look like. And this is in a different color. This was in Blushing Bride, I think. So you want to make sure that you're actually pushing it off so you see that. And I'm going to show you that with the leaves, because I believe on this one the leaves aren't showing up that way. So let's go ahead. This is, I'm going to do Soft Succulent. I'm going to use Soft Succulent. So see, I'm mixing in colors. I'm using 2 different years in colors. Let me show you what I mean. So here, if we go like that, see how it's kind of, but it's kind of modeled. What you do is take a spoon or an edge of an old credit card, whatever you want to do, and just move the ink. Now don't worry, it will resettle back. You're not going to lose any ink, but push some of that ink off to the side. I'm going to wipe off the spoon because it's by a wall over here and I don't want to get wall on my peach paint. All right, so now we're going to go in and we're going to do it again. Oops, I didn't clean it off in between. Sorry, I'm going to clean it off in between. All right, there we go. Now it looks like it's, yep. Alright, so now we're going to go in and I'm going to put it right beside there. See the difference? You see so much more of that detail. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm wondering if I should flip this over. Yeah. So let's go ahead. And also with the distinctive, I also like to kind of hold them for a second, just so that ink transfers. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And yes, it's supposed to look like that in the middle. See how there's a void right there? It is supposed to look like that in the middle. All right, so let me go ahead and grab out my old olive for the outline. Oh, I got a little scrap of there. We'll make do. And I'm going to go at that one corner. Now it's called uniquely artistic, which means it's not going to line up perfectly. You see, there's no way you're going to line that up, right? So don't worry. It has that watercolor look, so it's okay that it's outside of the edges. Now let's come in here, and I'm going to do Flirty Flamingo. Again, I just tested this a little bit ago, but you're always going to do this to see if it looks okay, if your distinctive is showing up good. So I'm going to go here. Oh, and usually I hang on to it a little bit longer. Here. Let me go here. I know, it's an upside down flower. It's all right. It's all right. All right, and then I think what I'm going to do on this example, I did full strength of the polished pink, which is an in color that's on its last year in the catalog. I'm going to see what it's like to do it once and twice. I don't know if I like that now. I think I'm going to not do polished pink. Let me come over here to, where's Calypso Coral? Let's see how Calypso Coral looks. Let me wipe off my stamp. Let's see how Calypso Coral looks. Yes. All right, I'm going to use Calypso Coral. Now this stamp is pretty easy to line up because you have that little jet there. And again, it's not going to be perfect. Oh, I like the coral with that. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I'm really off on that one. It's all right. It's all right. And then here again. There you are. Remember, I have it this way. Look how pretty it is. Wow, I don't use Calypso Coral that much. I should be using it more. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we're going to put this down. I don't like that I have a mark there. Before I take the picture, I'll use my sand eraser on that. But let's go ahead and put this down. I'm going to put this, I'm going to pop this one up. I'm going to pop this one up, and then I'm going to lay the punches down flat. So let me take some of my edges I still have here. Yes, you could cut them off. I'm lazy. I just rip them off. And yes, I'm using a lot, but guess what? They're edges. It doesn't matter. They're the leftovers. I want to say that I don't think I ever threw them away. I think I always used them, but a lot of people weren't. And I'm like, why wouldn't you? That's like extra. Not only do you get however many dimensionals on a sheet, but you get all these great edges. Okay, let's go ahead then and put that down here. And then your sentiment. Now, for your sentiment, I'm going back to the one I used yesterday. Lovely and lasting, because I love this. Oh, hello. these sayings. Just love these sayings. Okay, so let's go ahead, and from a previous video, I have Petal Pink and Barely Banana. Not Barely Banana. Oh my gosh, so saffron. Barely Banana was it a core color or was it a in color? But it was a cool color. Anyway, so I'm going to do this. There's not a lot of... No, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it. All right. You know what? I'm going to punch them both out and see which one I like best. Let's see. So let's... Oh, it just barely fits. We'll do both. And yes, I don't feel bad using this big of a card stock piece for this because I don't use Petal Pink that much. I'm not going to get into that. We've already gone over that, but yeah, I don't use Petal Pink much. All right, so do I like it better this, or do I like it better like this? Or do I like neither of them because they're both so subtle compared to this? All right, that's it. I'm going to my stack of brights. Let's go ahead. You all know this is my favorite one. Let's go ahead and do Granny Apple Green. So now do I want... All right, I'm going to do this. All right. Oh, I do think I like that. Let me see if I like it better with the Petal Pink. I have a hard time with colors. That's why I always have like my little color thing here. And I have my little box of circles. And I just shake them up and kind of dump them out. See what I like. That's the way I choose colors. My daughter's the artist. I am not. All right, I'm going to stick with that one. Let's see. All right, and so let's get that. Oh, hello. Love it. All right, let's do that in Memento. It just barely fits on that oval. Makes it even better. I'm going to do this one flat since I popped everything else up. And there you are. Look how cool that is. All right. Very fun, bright, cheery card. I'm going to erase that before I take the picture. But guys, I might get back on later today. Depends on how our grilling, cooking, all that goes. So if I am back on, I'll talk to you later. If not, I hope you had an enjoyable weekend and a safe Memorial Day. Thanks a lot.